Blackouts, lockdowns, AI takeover. What else? As you'll see in this video, I'm going to play a little bit of this. It's 5:19 p.m. It's March 25th. It's 2026. This is, what is this? This is Breaking Points. And they got some news here about how the AI data centers are draining our power grids. How about our country first? Maybe we should pay the TSA workers, get the airports up and running again, take care of the war, get the prices of things and gas down, take care of the American people first. But no, let's make sure we just bring in some more AI data centers and put more stress on our grids. So we have blackouts across the country. And then we'll have to lock everybody down, and then all chaos will ensue.
Brian Metzger, as of just this morning, Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez are planning to introduce the, quote, AI Data Center Moratorium Act at a 4 p.m. press conference over on Capitol Hill. So expect that to come down later today. But why might they be pursuing this? Well, one reason, first element, we can toss up on the screen here per Tom Winter over at NBC News. Electrical grid, this is according to his NBC News report, quote, electrical grid at increasing risk of blackouts due to surging demand. Wow. And he asked, could there be blackouts in NYC? How serious is the threat nationwide? The fact that that question is even being asked, Ryan, is all the evidence you need for why populists on the left might be considering introducing a moratorium on the data centers.
And I'll look forward to people asking their phones, Grok, is it true that I'm in a blackout caused by you?
That is so dark. That is so dark. Let's take a look actually at this video from an interview that was done in Kentucky really recently. It was making the rounds. This is a Kentucky family being interviewed
nationwide
blackouts. Local news about a data center. Let's roll it.
If it's my way, I'll stay at home and feed a nation. 26 million doesn't mean anything.
Some people might find it hard to understand how Delcia Bear can turn away a $26 million offer to buy some of her land.
There was another man who refused.
The dirt road she grew up on and in the house her daddy built.
My grandfather and great-grandfather and a whole bunch of family has all lived here for years, paid taxes on it, fed a nation off of it.
So what do you say to the people who are in town that say, hey, this is going to bring jobs, this is going to bring economic
jobs to the humanoid robots.
The truth ain't in them, is what I say. It's a scam.
For Delcia, scam or not, she says she's connected to her home like Scarlett O'Hara was in Gone with the Wind.
As long as she was attached to that land, her spirit never would die. And that's the exact same thing for me right here. As long as I'm on this land, as long as it's
good for you.
As long as it's taking care of me, there's nothing that can destroy me if I've got this land.
Yep. Nope, they'll just bring in the humanoid robots to take over the land.
I'm not sure Scarlett O'Hara is the comparison she wants to make in this case, but you see how deeply felt.
You know what? We'll allow it.
Brian will allow it. Massive. You can't even do it justice through coverage because, again, like it's casual things that AI guys are saying. This is Jensen Wang in the video over with Lex Friedman. He says we've achieved AGI. We can roll the clip.
I think it's now. I think we've achieved AGI.
Oh, yeah, of course we are.
You think you can have a company run by an AI system like this?
Possible. And the reason for that is this. You said a billion, and you didn't say forever. And so, for example, it is not out of the question that a claw was able to create a web service, some interesting little app that all of a sudden, a few billion people used for 50 cents.
The robots are now on our level. Casual little. Now he has his own motivations for saying that.
Right, because
we can put the New York Times tear sheet up on the screen here. Young graduates face the grimmest job market in years. I don't know if they invoked grim intentionally.
Now we'll have young humanoid robots taking over
ages 22 to 27
marketplace
soared to 5.6% at the end of last year. That is, we're going back to, the New York Times has a chart included in this article. We're going back to roughly Great Recession levels of unemployment for people with college degrees. And this is the spring. A lot of people right now looking for jobs, finding that they're probably hitting an impasse, hitting a wall in those searches. The Times article says that this is not necessarily, they say, although AI may be replacing some entry-level jobs in the margins, there's little evidence it's the main culprit yet. But some of it is from this quote low hire, low fire dynamics in the labor market, or most of it is.
But anyway, here we go though. Everything's AI. Everything's about bringing in these data centers. Bringing in the data centers, sucking up all the electricity, forcing Americans to pay more on their electric bills. And then also it uses a ton of water too, so that water prices will probably go up. I saw something earlier that said they're going to start putting prices on water. Well, I mean, we already pay for water as it is, and then they're putting prices on the air we breathe. I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'm sure they'll figure out a way. You can only breathe so much. Oh my goodness. Don't go out for that daily jog. You're going to be using more oxygen. And then you'll go over your limit. And then that humanoid robot will come in. Nope, nope. You're using too much air. Stop breathing. Stop drinking water. Eat this bioengineered meat. Lab-grown meat. Yum, yum. Eat Z-bugs. Yum, yum. Thanks for watching. God bless.